Jerry Taft, Realtor and Personal Real Estate Corporation with Mountain Town Properties. I'm based in Berrey Rd, BC, and this is my beautiful, gorgeous new listing, 2830 Berrey Rd Brisco. So it's a minute or two off the highway, and it is a really cool location, really beautiful property, a lot of potential here. So let's go take a look. All right, so here we are at the edge of the property. So Berrey Road is kind of a gravel road. It's a dead-end road right at the end of a cul-de-sac here. This is right at the property, and beautiful mountain views, gorgeous rural location. You're literally a minute or two away from the store. You have all the services, and you're onto the highway, and you're really not that far away, but you feel like you're far away. So let's go check out this property. 2.47 acres. It has the main house plus a couple of outbuildings and some beautiful views. All right, so we're just entering through the driveway here. So we're kind of on the north end of the property, and it is a rectangle. It's a fairly logical shape here, and so it does go a bit towards the south. And I'm just going to show you some of the outbuildings, and then we'll pop into the main house as well. So we've got a carport right here, which is a good location, nice practical use. And then there's a really nice garage and sort of carport side over here that we'll check out next. So yeah, really nice to have this kind of shop space and this extra space. So let's go pop inside, take a look. Right, so just popping in here, and yeah, it's a good space, good ceiling height. Obviously right now it's not insulated, but there is a little bit of power in here. And you know, it could be left just really rustic, or you could fix it up a little bit more, but overall I think it's a great space. Here's a little side carport here, and then a really nice feature is there's actually a greenhouse off the side here. Greenhouse in here, so yeah, really cool. Lots of potential, and you get some more of those views that we'll see from the greenhouse. So it's very peaceful, and there's a nice amount of trees, some grass. This nice deck right here. So we're just gonna pop into the house. All right, so as we first enter, we've got a nice entrance closet, kitchen over to the left, also loops around over to the right. So we've got a couple different directions to go. Let's head over to the kitchen and take a look. And one thing I'll note is, yes, there's elements of the house that are a bit dated, but everything is really clean and in good condition. It is definitely livable and usable as is, and then you could choose to do some upgrades later on if you want to. But it has the cabin feel. Whether it's a full-time home or used as a cabin, either way, this definitely has that cabin feel. And what I really love about the home and the property is just the amount of natural light and the views. And it is a really nice layout. Vaulted ceiling here, and very comfortable space. Feels really nice. So we're going to pop onto the deck soon. I'm just going to kind of pan around here so you can see the kitchen area. And then, so from the dining room, it kind of flows over to the living room over here. Again, lots of windows, lots of natural light. You've got a really nice wood-burning stove here, and that'll kick off some definite heat in the winter. A great feeling from here, great views. So very comfortable, very bright space. And let's just continue on this floor, and then we'll pop outside before we head into the basement. We've got a half bath, kind of guest bathroom right here, which is a pretty good location. And then this flows over to the master bedroom, as well as mentioned, this kind of loops over to the front entrance here. So the master bedroom is actually a really good size, and it does also have access onto the deck. So the deck does actually loop around as well. And so yeah, it's a nice size in here, double closets, and it has an ensuite. So we'll just pop into this ensuite really quick here. So we've got a shower right here. And again, nice and clean. You can update if you want, but it is still really usable. All right, so we're gonna pop out onto the deck here. And it's a really nice deck with some amazing views. So views of the Purcell Mountains, trees, and the nice thing is you're looking at your own property So again, you have control for almost as far as you can see in this location is on your own lot. And if you want to take out some more trees, you can. If you want to leave it natural, you can. But really beautiful. There are some glimpses of Rocky Mountains back here. The tree cover is kind of blocking some of the Rocky Mountain views, but there are some views behind those trees for sure. But overall, this is just such a nice property, such a nice deck. And as mentioned, this kind of loops around to the master bedroom. And overall, I would say the deck railing actually looks in really good condition. So some ground there. That's the back of the carport. So there's some glimpses of the Rocky Mountains back there. And after we tour through this house, we're going to check out that cabin structure over to the distance there. So let's pop downstairs into the basement. So as we continue on down into the basement. So over to the left over here, whether or not you want to call this an office, like an oversized office, a family room, or another bedroom, it's definitely got multi-purposes. And it is a good sized room, walks out with this sliding door out to the lower level here. And yeah, overall this is a really nice space. And again, lots of different uses and purposes potentially for this space. Full bath down here. This one has a tub and a shower. And then we've got another bedroom right here. Again, good sized room, double closets, and this also has the walkout as well. So as we continue along over here, so we've got a bit of a cold room, kind of storage room over here. Got a mechanical room here. So newer hot water tank and electric forced air furnace, which also looks newer. And we've got a little bit of infrastructure to do with the well, the water treatment. Okay, and then we also have a laundry room over here, which again is pretty spacious and also walks out. And in this area, it kind of walks out onto kind of a covered storage area here. So this is also almost like another carport. You're kind of got a nice little storage area here, perfect for some wood, and again walks out onto this beautiful space. So just exploring the yard and the space a bit, and as mentioned, just beautiful views. It's a really nice piece of land, and you've got lots of opportunities if you want to do a garden or you want to build a shop. There's just a lot of things you can do, but before exploring any further, get little glimpses of the Rocky Mountains there. Just going to kind of pan back so you can kind of get views of the house from this side. And again, for almost 2.5 acres, most of the structures and everything is kind of on the very north end of the property. So there's quite a bit of space as well, depending on what you want to use it for. We've got a little shed over here. It's a nice little garden shed. Just pop this open. Shed for some utility. Alright, so let's explore this little cabin on the side here. So it is cool to have another structure, but I will say this cabin has obviously not been used in quite a few years, and the bones might be solid, but it needs a bit of work. So I'm not gonna don't want to overstate this one in that it could be salvaged, but again, it needs a bit of work. So let's pop inside here. Okay, so here we're popping in this cabin. So there's been, potentially pack rats, or there's been some critters in here. It does smell pretty musty in here. But you've got kind of like the studio with a loft. It definitely has some character. And kind of brick area around the wood stove, and then there was some plumbing in here. You've got a little bar sink, you've got a fairly tight bathroom with a shower. So again, don't want to say that this is a pristine second dwelling, but there is potential here with a bit of effort and a bit of work. This space could be something kind of cool. Alright, so just going to quickly show you a bit of the property so you can just make out the roof there of that cabin we were just at, and kind of walking along Berrey Road, just sort of showing you the rest of the lot. So 2.5 acres is a lot of land, especially when it's pretty flat. It is more than you expect. Quite a bit of trees, and you know, again, you could leave it really natural or you could thin it out. There's just a lot of opportunity in here, and overall it's really pretty property. You're set back a bit from the highway. It's quiet, it's rural, dark skies in the evening, in the nighttime, and just a really cool area. So quite a bit of space to work with, and options if you want to punch in another driveway or you want to do different things. There's quite a bit you could do.